Well, things still coming along here in the comic room of Gratu Orloff. Just going through some kind of oddball stuff. Here's a childhood copy of Turok, Son of Stone. I believe they revived another company besides Gold Key, revived Turok and some of the old Gold Key heroes in the 90s, and there was a video game made based on Turok, and he became kind of famous and cool with a whole new generation at that point. But this is my childhood copy, and I always like to take a look at the ads and see what kind of wonderful stuff you could get back then. Oh, look at these t-shirts. Class of 72. Hmm. Interesting. Magic tricks. Personalized shirt. Yep. Oh, I loved the SSP racers. Alright. This is kind of a notorious cover. I didn't think much of it when I bought this off the stands back in the 70s, but now people have interpreted a whole new meaning into this, and it's the subject of many snickers on the internet. Let's see, what is he saying here? Come on, camera, focus. Hey, stupid. I dare you to give me a ticket, says the ventriloquist. Oh my gosh. Kind of sounds like the news. Let's see. Neil Adams art. Okay. Action Comics. More Turok. These were the Whitman variants. I bought a lot of bags of comics apparently, so I was really kind of found it depressing. I thought that they were worthless, the Whitman variants, until many years passed that I come back to the hobby and find that no, they're actually more valuable now. That's kind of depressing. The Gold Key covers were always wonderfully painted, and then at a certain point it goes to this, from this to that. Depressing. Yeah, let's see what this is. This must be reprints of the Saint. Yeah, reprints of old comics. The Saint. There are a lot of these comics reprinted in the 80s. Oh, this fools you into thinking, wow, what a great condition copy of this old comic. But if you look at the back, it has a modern Stridex ad, and there were a bunch of vintage Marvel comics that were reprinted with the original covers, but with new ads, and they look good in a comic book rack if you have a spinner rack, because just looking at that, it looks real, but it's not real. So be careful. There's several others like that. I just saw a few over here, maybe. Look at this Marvel Premiere number 52, Black Panther. But he's going up against the Ku Klux Klan. But look how Marvel makes Klan. It puts Klan in the font of Kiss. That's kind of weird. What else do you have here? Howard the Duck number 2. Issue of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was going through some of my S.H.I.E.L.D. comics. It's going to show you. I mean, I'm sure you've seen this cover a million times. It's just such a brilliant cover. It's by Jim Steranko. Very, very Wally Wood influenced. Sometimes I'll look at the gosh darn, I keep saying so much. There, I say it again. I guess I get nervous on YouTube. These videos, I'm trying to think consciously. Do not say, oh gosh, it's almost impossible. The YouTube videos, YouTube will do closed captioning and let you read, for people that can't hear, or if you're watching and you can't turn the sound up. And I look at the closed captioning that they've done for my videos and see all the transcribing of the word and look at that centerfold there. So I'm realizing I say too much when I'm on YouTube, so I'm going to try to work on that. I may just need to, I did it again, keep my mouth shut and possibly not worry about the next words coming out of my mouth, and then I won't be saying as much. Right, Batman? That's right. I showed you this before. This is Kitchen Sink doing Spirit comic, but this was before Warren, and after Warren did the Spirit for a few years, Kitchen Sink got the rights again and did it. But when Kitchen Sink was doing this in January of '73, and they're the reprints from the old newspaper Spirit supplements. They were printed on Sunday morning in the newspapers in color, but these are reprints, and it's all 1940s stuff. But Will Eisner came and did a new cover, but he made it a little more adult-oriented because Kitchen Sink was an underground comic publisher, and they probably were going to distribute these mostly through head shops. So there's even a little bit of nudity there on the back. So that was their intent with that. Here's a Hulk comic with a Harlan Ellison script, or it may just be a Harlan Ellison story. Let's see how they bill it. Yeah, just the story, and then Roy Thomas finished out. So Harlan Ellison's basic story idea. Okay, Harlan Ellison was a big comic book fan from back at the dawn of comic books. Harlan Ellison was a great writer. Oh, there's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Very young Arnold Schwarzenegger before he was anybody. I guess he was Mr. Universe or something. Yeah, let's see. Movie and TV star. Oh yeah, the movie he was in was Hercules in New York, also known as Hercules Goes Bananas. Not one of the classics. Let's see, what else do I have here I can show you? There's another issue of S.H.I.E.L.D. This one's real fancy. Oh no. No, disaster. Not possibly. I'm being foolish. I made a boo-boo. Possibly it will be a boo-boo. Oh my god. Oh, I hate this. Oh my god, please. Oh, fuck you, YouTube. Oh, I did it. Oh, shit. So I left this bag with the tape like a fucking fool, and it got on the cover, but it didn't pull anything off. Oh my god. I just wanted to show you the inside of this. It's like it's a record album. Marvel Records, High Fidelity. I went through that disaster without any cursing, I'll have you know. So it's just real fancy graphics, you know. This is when Stanley was telling everyone to do it like Steranko. He told Steranko, do it like Kirby. Don't do this artsy stuff. Do it more like Kirby. And then when Steranko wasn't doing the stories anymore, he told all the artists to be more like Steranko. Okay, I'm going to put this bag far away. Too dangerous with that tape sticking up. Alright, let's clear away some of this. Ooh, Dark Shadows adaptation from Gold Key. This is a Whitman variant. Oh, look at this. Lone Star Comics put their stamp all over it. This must have been in their dollar bin. Before that, it was from My Bookstore. I think that was 2016 Buckingham in Garland, Texas, although it says Fuckingham. But I don't think they have a street named Fuckingham over in Garland. Possibly they do. Very progressive city, Garland. I always hated this cover. This woman looks so, I don't know, Antifa looking. Looks like someone that would vote for Biden. This is a childhood copy. It's in good shape. I remember this copy was in terrible shape at the newsstand. I bought it anyway because I just wanted it. It was the only copy, but that was all done by other mother effers, not me. This was also a childhood copy. Notice it's in good condition because my childhood self, here, this is probably me about the time I bought that comic. Shocking, huh? Alright, well, I don't know if you've ever seen an old copy of Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone used to look like this in the 60s. And see, it would open up like this, right? And then you'd read it like this. This is how I think Rolling Stone is now just magazine sized, but this was how the Rolling Stone was back in those days. So I've got a few copies of Rolling Stone I guess I picked up somewhere. But I was showing you that so you could get an idea how the Monster Times kind of was the same format. And unfortunately, the Monster Times ended about, I think this was the second to last issue. I think it went through issue 48. I don't think it ever got to issue 50. But right about the time Space 1999 was coming out, it was about the time it passed away in the summer of 76. You see, it's just like that. It opens up, except it's far more fun. You know, because you got articles about Flash Gordon, and they're well written. Because, like Castle of Frankenstein, this is Castle of Frankenstein may have been a little more serious than this. This did cover comics. Castle of Frankenstein did as well. You know, Famous Monsters, someone commented once how Famous Monsters never really covered Star Trek when it was at its prime. They covered the movies when they came out, but kind of weird. And then in the center of the Monster Times is always a poster. In this case, it's kind of a psychedelic Flash Gordon poster. This is something I ordered from, this is a copy I didn't have, and I ordered it from mycomicshop.com at the beginning of the pandemic and still haven't read through it, and I will soon. That's what I'm doing now. Brother Power the Geek. Oh, I have a copy that's open. This is Monster Times once did a worst of issue, and they had the worst comics of all time, and Brother Power the Geek was considered the worst comic like ever put out according to them. But it's actually kind of cool. I just had one here. It's probably buried. So I'm going to put you in blackness for a moment. Don't be frightened of the dark. It's down here. I know it is. It's down here, down yonder. Okay, I've got to be careful because I don't have much charge on my battery, and that could be devastating if the camera goes off before I finish the video, then the video just won't save at all. Okay, here we go. Herbie. Brother Power the Geek. Here is the real life scene of the dangers in hippie land. And this was something that Joe Simon did, trying to be relevant. Joe Simon being co-creator of Captain America back in 1940. He was trying to be cool with this weird, but how could you say this is the worst comic ever made when you got images like this? And that almost looks like the baby picture of Gratu. It's a great comic. Don't listen to people that say it isn't. Another comic, Herbie, that is worth seeking out. Herbie, of course, this comic company, ACG, ooh, that's not good, had great ads. Possibly some of the best ads ever, like the Frankenstein Bike Buddy and the Get Smart spy camera. I mean, this is just a great ad. That terror was there when I got this comic, but Herbie was this amazing superhero. See, the ads were somehow just, this company had the best ads. And this is a great comic. Magic stuff. Look into air conditioning, refrigeration, and heating. Only career possible for those of you that read Herbie. Another thing, great, Larry Ivy's Monsters and Heroes. The world of John Carter and Flash Gordon. Oh, man, it's the greatest stuff. Greatest stuff. I love Edgar Rice Burroughs, and this is all the greatest stuff. Larry Ivy is one of the people behind Castle of Frankenstein, and you'll find great artwork in here. Look at this drawing. Very accurate to the books, what the Tharks look like. Okay. What other kind of fun can we look at here? Copy of The Heap from Skywald Comics, the company that put out the comics with the little lamppost. Ooh, that looks very EC-like. It's obviously a reprint from the 50s. In the back, done to imitate EC. You know, this William Gaines did not like this lettering style that they used in EC, but there was a couple that his father had employed, and that was their job, to do the lettering for the comics, and he did not want to put them out of business, so he kept them employed. But Harvey Kurtzman couldn't take it, so on the ones that he edited, Mad and the War titles, he would not use, he used actual more traditional lettering that looks more kind of like that. Power Man, Luke Cage. Yes. I'm just flipping through old comics just for the... This is an old... I don't even know what this is or where I got it. But this is more indicative of what modern comics look like, where you just have giant panels like this and you can read the comic in like 30 seconds because all the artwork is gigantic, and yeah, see, everything is just gigantic. I prefer smaller panels, kind of like this. This is a reprint of Not Brand Echh. You've got to see this. This is an exact panel by panel parody of Fantastic Four #1. Every panel is replicated, done by the original team, Lee and Kirby, and but they make fun of the original comic, and this is I discovered this. They even have Uncle Creepy appear in it, and Spiro Agnew, and you can get the original Not Brand Echh for not too much money. Not Brand Echh is not really collected by people for some mystifying reason, but if you want to spend even less money, you can get these 1970s reprints. I'm starting to move fast because I think my battery's about to die any second. Yes. Superman was their DC parody. Just going through and bagging and boarding and Within a couple of days, this is going to look like $1,000,000, but right now it looks like 1,000,000 dog turds. But stay tuned to the Gratu Orlov Network. Stay safe. Remember, we're all in this together. Where we go one, we go all. Tippecanoe and Tyler too. And God bless you.